Welcome back, everybody. My name is Jake Gallen here with Emblem Vault, and today I'm going to teach you how to vault your Cursed Ordinals and bring them to Ethereum. Now, here we go. So here we are. Cursed Ordinals are now publicly available to vault and mint on OpenSea as of yesterday. What are Cursed Ordinals? It's a new protocol, or I should say a bugged protocol that exists within the Ordinal theory ecosystem on Bitcoin. There's a lot to this, so for this video, I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I'm going to give you all the details that I know because this is kind of a protocol that has a lot of moving parts to it. There's a lot of if-thens, there's a lot of requirements, there's a lot of exemptions. So first and foremost, make sure that you do your own research before participating in this. At the time of this recording, Emblem Vault is the only place or tool that offers Cursed Ordinal wallet support, as well as a marketplace to trade on. Some Ordinal spots offer a marketplace. Some wallets only, like Sparrow, offer support because of coin control. So there's a lot going on here. So let's just really dive into it. And then I'm going to teach you how to vault right afterwards. So if you already know what you're doing and you're an expert, then just please fast forward to the vaulting portion. So here we are. Cursed Ordinals. We are doing a Mullet Punk auction to test out the new product. We're now going to be rolling out with projects alongside new products. So something that's very exciting. It's also our first ERC 721 collection, which means that you can take any asset that's supported by Emblem Vault and apply a smart contract to it and sell it, buy and sell on OpenSea. So for here, for example, all these Cursed Ordinals, there's about 60,000 that exist so far. You can vault at each one individually and then go on to OpenSea and facilitate some trading or take it into DeFi or the NFTFi ecosystems and bring some leverage or exposure to it. I should also note that these are authentic Bitcoin assets. These are not Ethereum assets. These are Bitcoin assets that are being vaulted, which means that a vault is an ERC 7121 token that has a Taproot wallet inside of it. So it's a tokenized wallet essentially, and this is how you could bring assets from the non-ETH blockchain to Ethereum, is through this vaulting strategy. It is a third type of way to move assets across blockchains: bridging, wrapping, and vaulting. Those are the three that I know of. So here we are. We are also allowing ETH payments for vaulting as well. But to go on to like some of the limitations here, so there's currently no wallets that support them, limited marketplace support, and they're not completely understood. So how does Emblem Vault make this better? There's custom Cursed Ordinal API and indexer. We've written our own. We are using the Ord client, the Ord 0.6, which you could see right here, this release, which is by the Ord dev team, Ord core dev team. You can see right here, Cursed inscription support. So that is there. And what that means is that ordinals.com is the explorer that you want to use here. Do not use any of the other ones. I will explain it, but this is exactly the one that you need for reference. And there's more things to it, which I will explain in a second. So you're able to then go buy and sell these or bid for them on the Ethereum marketplace to go access their liquidity as well as their financial tooling, as there are authentic Bitcoin assets inside. And it's the only marketplace, as I mentioned, to offer support. So some other important details: the indexing using the Ord client support, which I just noticed. These do not offer support for OP66, which is just a specific type of Cursed Ordinal, which just means that it's a specific type of bugged Ordinal, which has not yet been included into the official Ordinal protocol. That's what Cursed Ordinals means, is that there are, from what I understand, many different types of bugged or Cursed Ordinals that exist. There's only a handful that have been found. And so what the dev team does is they basically add a negative number to this, push it to the back, and say, we're going to come back to this at another time to include it. We currently do not support text files, so BRC20s and .sats. There is a reason for that, is we're going to add support for those individually. So for now, most of this is JPEGs, WebP files, PNGs. It does not support cursed inscriptions that used inscriber.com, which is this specific tool right here. This was the first one that popped up, and there's a reason behind it. The dev team in the release of 0.6 did not include it, so we do not offer that support. There is something wrong with it that the dev team decided they did not want to add. So ordinals.com will also show that. Inscriptions prior to May 27th are also considered unbound. So there's bound and unbound. There's a lot of detail that goes into that. But basically it means that if something is unbound using our indexer, if you send it into a Taproot wallet, if you go to ordinals.com and type it in, it'll look like that it's inside of a miner's wallet. So miner's wallet starts with a 3 or a Coinbase wallet, which in fact means that the inscription and the underlying asset are not attached from my understanding. I think there's more to that technically, but if they are unbound on ordinals.com, it'll show it in a wallet that is not the one that you sent. Whereas if you go use the Rarity Garden one, which I'm gonna show you here in a second, it'll show it that your asset is in fact in that vault. And that has to do with how the indexing and APIs are set up. So here to go to Rarity Garden, which is another Ordinals tool, but you'll see it has a bunch of numbers at the top as the address 176.9.24.92333. The Rarity Garden Explorer includes all Cursed Ordinals as bound, whereas the ordinals.com one does not. And that's for core development reasons. The Rarity Garden is a private server. It's created by a protocol and a team that's building on Ordinals. It is not officially part of the core product. So that's why there is that distinction and difference. You can use these tools to compare whether something is bound or unbound, but you were going to use ordinals.com as the source of proof, as that's where we index. And you can see here from the note that they are including it, and that the reason why they built that Explorer is because that's what they predict is going to happen, is that the Ord core team is just going to include all of them because degens like the degen and have spent money on it, and it's going to be tough not. Another source here, if you use the Looks Ordinal tool, which is what we're going to use to inscribe and send to a vault, that is currently the only tool that is supported for Cursed Ordinals that I'm aware of. So I highly recommend using this one because they did it, I guess, the right way. If you use their tool before May 27th, then your Cursed Ordinal is considered unbound, which is going to display the same type of thing that I just explained. If you use it before May 27th and you send your Cursed Ordinal to a different Taproot address, it'll appear on ordinals.com that it's not in that address that you sent, and it'll look like it's in a Coinbase or miner's wallet. I know it's a lot. I had to lay it out here. I probably got some of that wrong, but that's from what I have learned over the last week as we have set this protocol up and this product. So please, please, please make sure that you are very aware and that you're an advanced user, or you just create an inscription now, your cursed inscription now using Looks Ordinal, and you are okay. And so one final thing, very ordinally, is somebody who's on that core dev team. He goes here and explains the latest release, says that start exploring Cursed Ordinals here on ordinals.com, inscriptions -1. Note that there's a good set of inscriptions that are not supported. As I mentioned, do keep in mind that the negative numbers are unstable, right? Potentially unbound. Please hang in while there's continued development. And if you go and check out his profile in the thread, it says that they're looking to index all of this and go on and so forth. So that's what's happened. I know it's a lot, but please, 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 we took this technology, Cursed Ordinals, and we wanted to do something cool and innovative, very, very cutting edge type stuff with a lot of moving parts. So if you want to have some fun, then please do it. But please be aware that the negative numbers, the numbers will change over time as the dev teams include and disclude different types of ordinals as it's fixed or Cursed Ordinals, and that there's a lot of things that will change. So just please, please, please be aware of that. And so once we get past that, now we're here. We're going to now, we're going to inscribe a Cursed Ordinal using Looks Ordinal and send it to a vault. If you are the individual, or if you are the person who inscribed in the past before this video and you have your Cursed Ordinal inside of a Sparrow wallet, we will also provide a tutorial for that as well. So if that is you, then again, fast forward this video a little bit further ahead. This would be for now if you have no Cursed Ordinal and you want to inscribe into the vault so that you could buy and sell and use it on OpenSea. And how you do that here is you go to emblem.finance and you're going to go to create curated, which is our new curated collection, which means that it has its own individual page. So you're going to come down here and click Cursed Ordinal. And you see here, there's two options. There's a checkbox and a number. So if you have an asset, right, and you want to type something in, you could type in a number and it'll tell you if it exists. So that's a BRC20. Let's see if we could find a JPEG. Let's see. So you can see that it'll show that it's invalid. Let's see. There you go. So there you go. See, -423. So this is an image. If you have -423, you could go down here, click create curated, and you need to send that asset inside. But what's cool here too is that it actually doesn't even matter. We offer something called dynamic vaulting. Hear that again, and it'll probably be across the screen. Dynamic vaulting, which means that the metadata of the vault will automatically update to whatever asset is inside after 3 blocks, because 3 blocks is how long our indexer takes to read and verify that there is a balance inside of the vault. So if I had, let's say I owned asset -6,900, I could still send it into -423. And after about 30 to 45 minutes, the image, title, and description will update automatically. But we built something in here as well to make it much easier if you want. And this is a blank vault. Let's say for this example, right, we're going to create an inscription and then send it into the vault. So you click here, this is inscription number unknown. Make that check mark and you see this loading sign, which is essentially a blank vault. We just put loading there. We're having some fun. So if you have a blank, if you do not have an ordinal and you plan to, you can directly inscribe into this vault and it will populate. So we're going to go here and we're going to click on create vault. And then we're going to wait. And you see here, now it's populated. And so we go down here. See, that's why it says loading, because it's waiting for the asset to get inside. And you see here, please load vault to mint, which means that you cannot mint this. You cannot turn it into an NFT until there's an asset inside. This prevents scammers from maliciously attacking you and making and tricking you into purchasing a fake vault or a fraudulent vault. This is one of our security features, and it's very, very important. You could click down here, advanced options, delete vault. If you don't have anything in this and you decide you don't want it on your page, to clean it up, delete. Backup vault. If once you mint the vault, you can click backup vault and it'll save your keys onto your desktop. So please only do that if you are an advanced user. Some like to have self-sovereignty over the keys, so please make sure you do that. And then get keys unlocking. So this is how you get the private keys, and you burn the NFT itself. It'll give you your seed phrase and your private key, and then you could go import it into any Taproot wallet of your choice and bring it back to a self-custodial wallet. So here we are. So you see this tap, this is the Taproot wallet. So you're going to click here and we're going to copy it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go over to looksordinal.com. You're going to paste in that address where it says receiving address. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go down and you're going to click choose file. And I got a rare Pepe image that we're going to do. This is your gas fee is essentially sats per VByte. I always choose max to make sure that it goes up. And you're going to click right here. It says cursed inscriptions. Make sure that you click that. If you don't, then you're not going to get a cursed inscription. You're going to get a regular one. You come down here and click estimate fees. You could see there is a little bit of activity. It's a larger image, so it's going to cost a little bit. And you're going to hit inscribe, but it's going to force you to tip 1,000 sats. So tip them 25 cents for doing this. And then right here, you could see this is the payable address. So you're going to copy this, and then you're going to go to your Bitcoin wallet. And for me, I'm using the Unisat wallet, and I'm going to type in 0.000 69170. I'm gonna hit next and hit sign and send. And once it's sent, it's gonna say payment sent. You'll see here that the screen will change and it'll recognize that the server has accepted a payment. And while we do this and wait, the mempool could be clogged. So we are going to wait. As you see right there, it says funds are on the way. And so now we're going to wait and we're going to go back over to our Emblem Vault and wait for the asset to appear right here. Again, this is going to take at minimum 30 minutes because it needs 6 confirmations. And I'm going to say this again so that you're not lost. It needs 6 confirmations, which could take 10 minutes. And then our indexer needs to read it after 3 blocks. So this could take anywhere from 30 minutes to 60 minutes, depending on sats per VByte that you use. So please be patient. And then once that happens, or once the page or the asset comes, you're going to go down here and you're going to click refresh balance. And I will do it with you guys just so you make it is important. And make sure you see this on the screen. You need to click refresh balance and your asset will display, and then you can mint the vault. So until then, we wait. Okay, so after some time, go over to looks Ordinal, and this is how you can check to see if your transaction's confirmed. You click on the bottom, see where it says inscription minus 71290, go down to the ID. Again, because remember, the Rarity Garden Explorer is not where we index from. It's from ordinals.com. So you go to ordinals.com, paste in the ID, and then this is the true number. This is where we index. So this is actually your number is minus 54718 in the ID. So this is just for your information. But we're going to go back over to the vault, and you can see it says loading. Sometimes all you got to do is just hit a simple refresh for it to populate. Or you could come down here and hit refresh balance. And see here, you can see it says view NFT, and then it allows you to mint the vault. See, and you can even click view NFT and see there it is the right number itself, minus 54718. So we're gonna come down here, we're gonna hit mint vault. You're going to hit sign. You're going to see this message that says curated minting. That's how you know you're on the right spot. And then you're going to get a gas transaction. See here, it's $11. And you can come here and even check the gas right now. This is at 18 Gwei is $11. It sometimes can get even as low as $6 to $7 if you do it at the weekend at the right time when the gas fees are lower. And so once it's done minting, this image on OpenSea will change right now, and it'll change on OpenSea. You can see here, right after minting, ta-da, the metadata has changed. You have the right number. Come down here, see it says OpenSea, looks rare, arcade. Unlock Vault is how you get the private keys so you could import your asset back to a self-custodial wallet. Click here for OpenSea, and you can see here it is. Ta-da! The right one. You come down here, you can see some of the metadata, and you can go and list it for sale and do whatever you want within the Ethereum ecosystem. Again, my name's Jake here with Emblem Vault, and this is how you properly vault and inscribe your Cursed Ordinal and bring it over to Ethereum. We'll see you next time.